Hey guys, here we are for a short track guide in the FIA Cross Car at the Charlotte Motor Speedway Rallycross course. For this track guide, I'm going to show you the hot lap first, then break down the lap in slow motion, and finally show the lap in TV view. So without further ado, let's get on to the lap. Now let's break down the lap in slow motion. So as we start the lap here, going under the bridge on the left-hand side, immediately turning into the corner, we're trying to apex at the third Bank of America sign after this blue barrier. So you'll see as we pass the blue barrier, already partial throttle, keeping the wheel rotated. There's the first sign, there's the second sign, and when we get to the third sign, that's where we're going to downshift from 6th to 5th gear. There we go. Still maintain the throttle modulation though. Going to speed this up to 1/4 speed. You can see that we're allowing the car to drift out wide here. In the 5th gear, just try not to run too far up into those sausage curbs or into the wall, and then applying a little more throttle, trying to get a little rotation in the back of the car. Have to manage with a little counter steer here, but trying to get for like a double apex. Finally got to the inside of the corner there, and now we're opening up the wheel to try to get on the left-hand side of this jump. We're getting back to full throttle as we get over the jump. You can shift up to 6th if you'd like, or you can keep it in 5th. I'm not exactly sure what I did. The main thing is trying to land straight. I landed somewhat straight, and now we have the car on the left-hand side of this blue line. That's to help us open up this corner here, and as we turn in actually really early to try to get the car over on this curb. You can see just how close we get to this inside wall, and this will allow us to get to the throttle even quicker and trying to avoid the sausage curbs on the outside of the track. You see how close we get there, so if we miss the apex, you might have ran into them. So now as we get onto the dirt section once again, we're trying to get over to the right hand side to get a wide entrance here. We're getting on to like main partial throttle to help the car rotate, downshifting to I believe 5th from 6th, and we're trying to get a late apex here, and we're finally opening up the corner. We're not going to hold the inside here, we're not going to follow the wall, we're going to ride a bit to the outside, trying to get a bit of counter steer to open up the corner. You'd think this would compromise our corner entry for the next corner, but we don't actually have to open this up too much. I feel like the way you can lose the most time is by sending the car too deep into this corner. You can't really make it up on exit. You can see we're kind of just thinking about a car length from the wall on entry. We're also not going to use too much of the track on exit either. So you can see just maintenance throttle through here, downshifting to 3rd, trying to just keep that momentum going. And now as we accelerate out of the corner, not using that much track up on exit, finally moving over to the left-hand side as we approach the final chicane. We're looking at this red curb on the left-hand side, turning in like a car length before that curb, and letting off a little bit of tap of the brake. The goal is to get up to the sausage curb, trying to avoid hitting it. It'll upset the car really bad. Got really close there, getting back to full throttle as soon as possible, trying to avoid any understeer on corner exit to get into this wall. Now that we're up to this wall, we're going to turn back to the left really quickly. You'll see we'll get a lot of understeer here as well, and you can see this is going to bring us all the way up to the right-hand side of the next wall as well. So just trying to use up all the track as much as possible, keeping that momentum through the asphalt, and as we start the next lap, we'll not exactly be in the same place. We're now in the middle of the track compared to the left-hand side, so a little bit compromised for the next lap, but I think using up all the track will be worth it in terms of overall lap time. So hopefully that track guide was helpful, and now let's check out the lap in TV view. Thanks for watching.